G'day everyone, this is Donald Trumpet, and I'm going to turn this very obnoxious fan off. There we go. So, yeah, what's up everyone? Today, I'm going to be talking about my escape from the loony bin. In more depth this time. So, yeah, roll the intro.
It's Donald's Discussions, Dingbats, with your host, Donald Trumpet.
So, yeah, I finally got out of the loony bin, and it was a very, very long slog, but I managed to get through it. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about it in this video. So basically, what happened is, I was doing a Donald's Discussions, kind of like this, right? You know, nothing too out of the ordinary. You know, after I got my cheese back and, got out of the lockdown, which I'm finally out of the lockdown. And I'm so glad about that because, coronavirus is a pain in the ass. But, I finally got out of the lockdown after being stuck at home for 3.5 months, which I've said before were the worst 3.5 months of my life. But anywho, I finally got out of the lockdown, and I was talking about how I never, ever, and I mean never, wanted to go without Taco Bell again for another 3.5 months, because that would probably definitely kill me of Taco Bell deprivation. So, what happened is I ended up getting an intense PTSD episode, and, I fell to the ground, and you may have heard the sirens in the background. I was just trying to end the video, but it was so painful. The mental agony, I was feeling sick. And Pickle Rick had explosive diarrhea, which is pretty unfortunate because, I called him and he had explosive diarrhea, but my mate's all good now. You see, he's all right now. But, what happened to him was I tried to call him, because he saved my ass last time, so I expect him to save my ass again. But unfortunately, he had PTSD. I had PTSD, sorry. I was in the straitjacket. They blocked off the friggin' air conditioners. But what happened is he had explosive diarrhea, so he couldn't save me, which was really bad, wasn't it, buddy? Yeah, I'm sorry about that, mate. But, what happened is, I ended up back in the loony bin, and I tried to escape, and I was in this straitjacket, right, so I was tied up, and so what I did was, I was in a corner, just like, doing this for hours on end. It took me about 5 hours for me to penetrate the straitjacket, and for it to actually, free my arms up so they can move again. And, it was very hard for me to do that. But, I did it in the end. And I had arms. So what I did was I disguised myself as a doctor, getting one of those discs, because it's an old-fashioned loony bin there. They've still got those discs that all the doctors wear in cartoons. So what happened is, I asked this doctor for directions, and, well, he was dealing with a 95-year-old paraphrenic, but I was urgent to get out. So, I ended up having to fight him. I beat him, I punched him, then they tied my straitjacket back up. So, I came back kicking, and then, he shackled my feet, and then, I had to try and find another way to attack him. Then they called the cops on me. I got shot. And then, I ended up going to court. Got 25 years in prison. But yeah, that was really sucky because, before it was 3 weeks, no Taco Bell when they set it in the loony bin. And that was impossible to do. But then it was 25 years. Oh, and I'm pretty sure you don't get Taco Bell in prison. That was just from my experience. Last time I was in prison, last year, we didn't have I didn't have Taco Bell, so yeah, which is why I had to escape. So yeah, I was really, all hope was lost. I was just so in complete despair, and just, I was about to be honest, I was about to kill myself, actually. Just by drowning myself in the toilet. But what happened is, the aliens, I got picked up by aliens, and not Green Latonians. They were just aliens. They had one eye coming from here, and they picked me up in their spaceship. They took me to Earth. Unfortunately, they crashed. I don't think they meant to, but they crashed. But I gave them names, Jimmy and Johnny. I actually dug graves for them. Jimmy and Johnny. I actually, dug the 2 graves for them. And that was, I miss them already. But hey, that's a good memorial for them. And then I ended up back here, in my room. Caused a big hole in the roof, but, I was able to pay that off pretty easily, because, I'm able to rob Donald Trump's bank account because I've hacked into it before. I can hack into it again. But, this is just, describing what happened in Donald's discussions. But yeah, I'm back, and I'm going to be making more crazy videos for the enjoyment of my own viewers. So yeah, I will see you guys all in the next episode, and adios tacos.